No, but the com was great. Oh, yeah, another question. What else do we have on Twitter?
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, speaking of, you were talking about Eric Bauza, how big of a fan he was of you. What voice actors do you look up to that you've worked with or even that you haven't worked with?
Yeah, I don't really look up to other voice actors. I sort of look down on them.
What did, how about this? What did, okay, I have a question about
Oh, and that was from M. McNaught.
Well, let me just say one thing that, like, all joking aside, I'm blown away by talent pretty much every day. Every day I go into work and someone does something and I'm like, oh my gosh, you can do that. And it's typically like the nicest world ever. When you're doing on camera, there can be catty people or not nice people or whatever, but in the booth, it's not about what you look like, it's what you can bring to the table with your abilities. And every day someone does something amazing and they're extraordinarily
We always look great
people.
in the booth. You always actually are one of the few voice actors that dresses up and comes to work.
Well, because the day you look bad, right? You're like in your jammies or after work. Oh, we forgot to tell you Access Hollywood's coming today.
Oh, perfect.
Great, thanks.
Oh, great. Yeah,
you
Entertainment
always
Tonight.
have to look cute.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had that happen. I can't say how many times. It's bad.
Well, I want you to say how many times. I insist you say how many times.
At least 14.
At least 14 times. Right. Okay, good. The other question I had for her is the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
They when they redid the Powerpuff Girls, which a lot of people aren't crazy about, they didn't use you as a voice, did they? They didn't. They used a lesser person, right? Was it a lesser person? I'm not going to say who it was. I don't even know who it is. But how did you feel about that? What were your feelings on that?
This isn't going on the internet, right?
On the internet? No.
It doesn't need to if we can't
we can
talk
edit
about
it out
it.
if you want.
If we can't talk about it. Oh,
Okay.
Should I ask you? No, want me to ask you that question?
Let me just say this. It's always hurtful when you get replaced on something because when you help create a character, it's very collaborative, right? We all work together and you give life to this little being. And if you're still quite capable, it's heartbreaking. And we did the special like 10 years later, and we're all at the same agency, all three girls. And they said something like, will the girls do the special for scale, which is like the basic, pay rate for actors, knowing that if it does well, it'll go to series, which we would do anyways because we love each other and we miss each other. We had so much fun on that show, almost as much fun as Fairly OddParents.
Yeah, I was going to just get to that. Yeah, not that much fun.
And so, of course, the special did great. And then they were kind of keeping in touch about the series, and then they weren't. And then out of the blue, my agent got a casting notice. And she said, what is this? And they said, we just want to try new voices. And they said, well, why? Well, we want a little bit older. And she goes, okay, my women are 40-year-olds doing kindergartners. Bring them in. And they wouldn't bring us in.
Wow.
So at the end of the day, it was not my favorite situation.
I can imagine.
And I'd be lying if I said any different. And I'd also think it's irresponsible to go, oh, it's fine. Because as the actor, you feel very close to these creations. Like every time I go to work, I'm grateful. Every time I go to work, I give up my heart and soul.
You do. You always do.
So it's hurtful. Now, with that said, I have nothing against the actresses.
Of course.
It's not like they went in and go, well, I could do this better than Tara Strong.
No, I understand.
So, I mean, there was some stuff on the internet that was like, so what happened was there was like, those hashtag wars. So it's like, so when we heard it was coming out, the hashtag was like, I hope they don't, or please don't. And I was like, please don't recast the Powerpuff Girls or something like that. And then after it came out that we weren't going to be the girls, someone made it look like I had tweeted that right after, which had been like 4 months before. And I always support my fellow actors.
Of course, yeah.
For the record, I have nothing against the other actors.
No, okay. I didn't think you did.
But I do think they should have kept us.
Right.
Because there's like a nostalgia there, and fans love their voices that they get used to. And I think a lot of times the networks underestimate the fans' love for the voices they get used to. And we did as kids. Yeah. I loved when I turned on the Flintstones and recognized a voice on the Jetsons, you fall in love with your favorite voice actors.
It's really hard for me to watch these days. They're redoing all the Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck. They're like doing new cartoons, and I can't watch them because I know it's not Bugs Bunny's voice. It's a guy who kind of sounds like Bugs Bunny, and I know like Jim Cummings is a great Winnie the Pooh. But I mean he's really good, but it's not Sterling Holloway from original. You know what I'm talking about? But the kids today they don't know because they don't know. They don't know. Yeah, they're not. Again, we're old, but we look fantastic.
Right. Well, I'm much younger than you.
Yes, it's true. You are.
But,
you are. I'm like 112
at least.
It's really weird.
And
exactly.
I'm 20 something.
Exactly. In fact, I was told to tell you that when you came in. I was told that your contract says I have to do that. And so wait, let's talk about when we were doing Fairly Odd Parents together. Like I had such a great time, and a lot of the voice actors I talked to really loved being on FOP because we all work together as an ensemble all the time. And do you ever go in and record like solo sometimes?
Yeah.
Do you prefer that, or you like the ensemble better, right?
Yeah. Because if your line is like, let's get out of here, and you go, let's get out of here, and I go, okay. It's going to be different if you go, let's get out of here. I'm like, okay. Like, you get to play off the other actors,
Right.
and I think that's such a valuable piece. And then also when you have a camaraderie with someone, a relationship, a chemistry, that translates on the show.
Oh, big time.
Games we do alone, and I get it. There's 8,000 lines. I can't wait for you to get that right, because that's going to take a long time, let's be honest. So I get that. But when it comes to series work, I prefer a full cast. But sometimes you can't have that.
I know.
And I think, kudos to you for pushing that and sort of insisting upon it, because that's what we did, and we loved that. I mean, that was the funnest day of the week.
Oh, I thought so too, because
so much fun.
we worked so hard on those scripts, and
Yeah.
then you guys we just knew it was from as good as we could get it. We always knew it would be even better once you guys got a hold of it. Because you're so great. Not only you do great voices, but I tell people this all the time, and we'll get into this in a second too. You have to be a good actor. You have to be a performer. People think I can do funny voices, but it's like you need to be able to act, and there's comedy timing.
Yeah.
And the stuff that we would do, even like not on the microphone, stuff that we just when everybody's showing up for work, the jokes that are flying around and the zingers and stuff. It was just so much fun.
So much fun.
It really was. Had a blast. And I was talking to Rob Paulson, who is the same way. He's
okay.
Yeah, Rob's okay. I just felt he needed a gig. I put him on the show.
That's so nice of you.
That poor guy. I know. He tunes up my car. That's what he does. He paints my house.
Speech bubble.
Hey, Heart fans, subscribe here to keep up with me, Danny, Timmy, Dudley, Bunsen, and the Nude Network, my new app full of cartoons, shows, and games. Download it here. Click over here to watch my most recent video, and here to start a playlist related to this video. Whoa, check out that awesome fan art. To be featured here, use hashtag HeartFanArt and tag me. I'm on every social media platform known to man. Cartoon Butch out. Pencil drop.